compared to Kanavi especially. He's actually 2 and 3 on it. A pick that he shies away from compared to other junglers.
I think the engage was the important thing here, securing something that can close the distance, especially when you have that Anivia, who's obviously very good at playing defensive. When you're playing into the likes of Arise.
We're roaming down here. Guma in a rough spot as the satchel's already down. He is just a sitting duck as Delight is not able to interrupt Owner getting in there. This should be first blood. The question is, who does it go to? They hand it over to Pays. Fire touch. Faker's really having a rough time even just surviving.
Yeah,
Doesn't have his ult.
Yeah, no ult, no TP. He's in a really dire spot. Zeka's low on mana, but it's a Rise. He still has a decent amount.
No stun.
Yeah, the stun is down. The ghost is up, but the auto doesn't finish him off. And Zeka nearly he retakes. Oh, the aggro from the Deathfire touch. A big mistake from Zeka. Faker's laughing his way to the bank.
By the way, Faker's passive was coming up in just a few seconds. I think Faker knew he was playing with them. He was
trying. Level 7, he's totally fine. So it feels like Delight is looking to do something on the map. Although the knockback is going to come through here, and now Delight gets in there, and Doran does get outplayed there. Felt like he was seen, just based on the positioning of Doran, because if he gets in there, lands a pillar, maybe we only have the ult available for Doran, as there's the ult, it's down, and now the Subjugate comes in, and he's basically made a paper. This is what the Trundle is so good at doing. They punish Doran once again.
Honestly,
what I was talking about, you know, the follow-up gank here, pretty easy to set up.
He gets very tanky, but it feels real bad when he's just sitting there giving over free gold to the enemy team. As now Faker in a very awkward spot here, trying to wall his way out of the situation. Probably going to have to flash with the Camille coming over. Flashes long to get away from this one, and now Delight trying to get on the edge. And he gets in to the row.
Very cool, and as a result, you know, it's one flash down here for T1. HLE burning nothing. So very successful there, outside of the realm warp, of course. Dragon, meanwhile, goes to T1. They have double Dragon here, but it's Ocean Soul on the other side, which can feel quite nice into a poke composition in this situation.
All right, we got plays in top and bot. They're trying to punish Guma, who already flashed, and they don't have a whole lot of CC. And now Delight comes in, picks up one, gets the ult down onto Pays. As immediately now we got a TP coming in. T1 trying to double down on this one, but Pays already pretty low. And they're just trying to hold on to the wave. I don't know if they can really go for a redive here.
I don't think so. And now Zeka is just going to be able to push mid freely. Zeus has control of the top side, and Hanwha Esports are swinging into a pretty big gold lead here.
Such a huge win for HLE. Gumyushi doing a phenomenal job there of evading the initial dive. Delight slides in to save him, and then the map impact is just crushing T1 right now. Gold lead for the team expands to 2,000. Gumyushi just slides away with
Let's fight this. And they absolutely do. They can play through the turret. And they know that on the other side of the map they're winning. They know that in the mid lane they're winning.
Look at live what we got going on here. Zeus is in a lot of trouble as he's kind of been baited in by Doran, honestly. He's trying to dodge everything, goes for the kill, but Owner is still going to pick it past the Scion and the Fed Jarvan. They should be eating pretty well, as now Faker's in a bit of trouble here himself. Doesn't have the flash. He's just going to be put down to Egg, and Owner's there, but he just has to watch his mid laner die as Zeka hiding on bush.
With the game state right now, the side lane pushes that are super strong. They guarantee this Herald here. Zeka's already putting work down on this inner, and it very quickly starts to feel like if T1 can't force a fight here soon, T1, you could opt to just leave this Dragon, but I think the value of having Soul Point is going to be enough for them to commit heavily. We do have Zeka with his ult in the bottom lane.
Yeah, it looks like they want to collapse. Might be a little bit late, though, as the damage already done to the Dragon. Kanavi just going to walk up, not going to get the smite, though, as Delight gets in, locks down Pace, who gets pulled back in, and everything in the kitchen sink is thrown in the face of the one Fed member of T1. And that'll be just more gold in the pockets of HLE now.
Charge of the Herald into the mid lane, Satchel to secure, and T1 are falling apart at the seams here.
You can see he's trying to avoid the wall there with that drift up to the top side, and this push continues. Kanavi is going to have to flash. He just walks it off. Zeka also using both summoners. And they've got to respond to the top push. We also have a Satchel in bot as HLE. They don't cryo pick the first pick for HLE. From the second pick side, obviously. And Zeus is one of the guys that's always going to see if they even want to fight this.
I don't think so. I think you got to just try to cut your losses and get a little bit of a dent on this turret. But Zeus
they're going in onto Zeus as not sure if he's baiting or what. Just now Doran Gonna charge on in, but he's in a bit of trouble. Has to flash away himself. Zeka on the chase, looking for more. There's the pillar into the roots from the rise. As T1 just trying to kite this one out. Even a TP coming in from Faker as he looks for more. The stun is going to miss as now the shock blast comes in, and it's just missiles.
Next time they're given that opportunity, it'll be a real advantage. I get his Delight is also made of paper.
Yeah, he is able to buffer that pretty nicely to get out. Now could look for the re-engage as they're looking for Faker, who doesn't have his flash. Nice peel here from Owner, just trying to get his mid laner to safety, but he's going to be the one that pays the iron price at the end of the day. And that will be one kill going the way of HLE so far.
So rough. Owner trying to save his mid laner, goes down as the jungler. You're so much more important now. Baron on the cards for HLE. T1 trying to contest, but taking so much poke.
Yeah, the poke is kind of insane. I mean, Doran just trying to lead the charge here, trying to force them to turn, and that they will, but HLE able to dispose of him pretty quickly. Although at the end of the day, they're not able to restart the Baron just yet. That's more poke on Akaria, though. And they say, okay, let's go for it once again. As really, it's up to Paze to try to poke some back here. He's got a red buff. They don't really have much vision, though. As maybe, I think someone was wrapping around. I think that's why we're not being shown the vision from the top side of this fight. Paze and T1 feeling the pressure, though, as that is going to be Paze hopping away. And he gets to safety, but HLE...
And that's it. Nothing else really to speak of. And so the Baron goes over. Hanwha Life Esports, 6,600 gold ahead.
To me, the control from HLE, the setup around the Scion, the satchel into blocking the ult, and also when Owner went in, the immediate ult into light so he couldn't flag and drag out. They're controlling the members of T1 so well, and whenever anyone is overextended, giving so little chance to escape, and now with this massive lead and Baron in hand, it's going to be almost impossible to stand up to siege. Yes, Faker's wave clear, but look at the poke!
Yeah, and also the fact that the pillar comes in and stops his ult. So you're already dealing with trying to clear Baron waves, but you can't when there's a trundle.
Doran just TP'd in for the massive shield, and he got Serpent's Fanged, it's just gone.
Yeah, see you later, Mr. Shield, as you can see T1 desperately trying to find an engage here, but it has been...
items. Faker's soon to have his third as well. They're going to Realm Warp for a play here.
Yeah, and once again, Owner's like, man, I might have to try to bail you out again, but there's no bailing this out as the Realm Warp play.
Into the Scion, but it's great into the Jarvan as well. If you could find him, he just dies instantly, basically, when he's trying to go in. So
yeah, you can see setting up this vision, they're looking.
Wow, going in on Akaria, actually. This is very aggro to try to kill the support, and yeah, they do get him, but Delight immediately trades everything. Tons of damage to an Owner! This is his flash! And now he's just barely going to get away for now, but Zeus is going very deep, gets stunned up against the wall, and Zeus going too hard!
On that Baron I was just talking about, you get these 2 kills, and suddenly you've got a window back in the game.
And so much of the gold is on Zeus as well. They take him out, and now Kanavi has to try to come in here and steal, and the Subjugate is keeping him alive, but now actually going to trade his life with Paige, but more damage is coming out here. Good massive ult from Doran, but the follow-up not there just yet. They finally take out Zeka, though. They haven't dealt with Guma as Delight goes in, and now Zeus is back. TP's into the fight, and T1 are super low, just trying to get away, and a shock blast barely going to miss, but HLE at least able to clean up this Baron try.
T1
Paze lives, this is a totally different fight. Faker's so low on mana, as you guys could see. Even though he has his egg, you know, he just cannot afford to stick around any longer. They have to just leave Doran out. Now, they are in live trying to take Baron. Kanavi has respawn, but he isn't here yet, and Faker's back with full mana.
They're not doing a good job of tanking this, but I think the poke of Guma might be too much, as that's a bit of damage coming on in, and a smite secure should be there from Kanavi. Waits until 1,000 health, and he's able to pick...
set up and lock down the space. You can see Zeka looking for a flank angle here.
And they're trying to go and look for a turn, maybe a kill on a Kanavi, try to get something out. As big damage already. Look at this, and the flank comes in, but they turn immediately on a Zeka. Big shield on him, but they take down the Rise. And now trying to kite this one front to back is T1. In goes Owner, has a GA. This Delight is able to take down the Ezreal, and that is so much of the damage here. But now Kanavi goes down, Faker's still alive. Zeus slowed up. He's gonna get stunned next to the Dragon, and it's chaos. Nobody can deal with the Scion, actually. And now the long-range poke comes in, and T1 are winning a fight down 7,000 gold. They're gonna take the Ocean Soul. And Guma's done 7,000 damage, but he's all alone. Just a sad little Ziggs with his back against the Scion. Is able to take out Owner, funnily enough, but a small prize as Doran picks up a massive sack of gold.
Really well, he plays as best as he can.
Oh, we got another pick here, by the way. Zeka, he runs out, doesn't have any time, and Zeka again, unfortunately, has been a bunch of errors in this game that have really put his team in a bad spot, and now T1, all of a sudden, they're pushing mid. This is the same game where they were 8,000 gold behind, 2 Barons to HLE. And you said it before, Wolf, they didn't break into the base. They really didn't break the backs at T1. Quite a few of them here.
Zigzag being used defensively now. Poke missing there from Zeus as well. And with the Ocean Soul, they're feeling so much safer against that Poke.
Uh-oh, Doran looking for it, trying to get the flank on her, but so many knockups. They get the kill on the Ziggs. They're looking for more as down will go on her. A lot of damage from the turret going on at T1, but at the end of the day, they have the Karma shields, they have this gigantic Scion, and they are just force pressing HLE into these fights and winning them.
I mean, some of these players like Zeus versus Doran, you start to think, if I can't win with this lead, can I win at all? His owner is going to avoid this engage.
They're going very hard into this Jarvan, and they should be able to take him down. Nicely done, just trying to utilize that. As now the TP is coming in, and this is Faker! He just TPs directly in the face of HLE and dies, and now Pei's really the main character here trying to get away, but HLE are on the chase. The root comes down, and just like that, everything flips over again. Curia all by his lonesome gets taken down, and Doran trying to hold on to the wave, but they're TPing in. HLE want to end the game now.
The Light's going to try and stall him out as long as he can. I think you might know he'll stay alive for the time being, but all they need to do is stall. The rest of them have enough damage to close, and T1, who brought the game back from the brink, don't manage to close it out. Fumble at the last moment, and it's HLE with a decisive end to game 1.
You've got to feel a lot of relief if you were a Hanwha Life fan. You can see on the players' faces, not